go through this whole thing again, I mean, I'm getting hungry.
You can eat later.
Alright. Right from the beginning?
Uh-huh, that's right.
Okay.
Nobody remembers exactly how it all got started. You fill things in later, make them more interesting and neat. Being an adopted child, I sometimes courted fairly glamorous notions about my own beginnings. Knowing that, though, makes me wonder how much of my memory is fabrication. And wondering that makes the act of remembering things and years into a search for something true enough so that it might as well be written in stone. And having found that stone, I'd need only to decipher its writing to understand what secrets comprise me.
More than making sense of my surroundings, I guess I just got used to them. Routine, or my idea of it, was very important to me. Any disruption was devastating. It still is.
Everything you do will be on command. We will be told how to do it, what to do, and when to do it. You will do nothing until you're told to do it. You understand that? You understand that? You will do nothing until you're told to do it. You understand that? Everything you do will be on command. You understand that?
I went to school, but more than that, school came to me. School taught me what school teaches everyone. It taught me to remember by teaching me the difference between one day and the next. It taught me to catalog every anomaly. So my memories of that time aren't so much nostalgic or reminiscent as they are like little open graves, each inscribed and dated and available for viewing. That time became, in memory, not so much life, but a series of tiny deaths.
From the back of the beyond to the edge of where I am now, I've come to tell you a story. Once, when I was in second grade,
I was sitting and drawing pictures at my desk. I was trying to draw cartoon snakes. I wasn't supposed to be drawing, though, and my teacher, Mrs. X, saw me and took the picture away from me. I got scolded and thought that was the end of it. But that wasn't the end of it at all. She thought I'd been drawing penises. She thought she'd better show Dr. Y, the school psychologist. Dr. Y decided to call my parents, and they said it would be a good idea for him to teach me a lesson. Dr. Y brought me down to an abandoned boiler room in the basement. He sat me in a chair and told me that I had to live down here from now on. He told me it would be very hard for me to sleep because there was someone else living down here, a janitor who was mentally ill, who had lost his mind after having his arms cut off in a machine, who made the most horrible squealing sounds all night. I begged Dr. Y to please take me back upstairs. He made me promise to be good and not draw any more snakes. I promised. As soon as I got back to class, I sat down and ate up every crayon I had except the purple one. The next week, I decided I liked drawing dogs better anyway.
This experience taught me that life would be easier if I could be invisible and avoid being noticed. So the best times of my school years were those I spent reading by myself.
slept okay until I was 14. That was when I reached puberty. And suddenly, everything about me began to seem much more conspicuous.
Every part of my body got long very quickly. I stuck out of my clothes. I got clumsy and tripped over things.
For the first time in my life, I realized I had a body. My skin bore witness to my adolescence. Pimples and hair emerging.
It seemed overnight. I grew very aware of my own presence and began to feel a need to define myself as some specific character.
I was a tough guy who could overpower things.
I was a romantic who fell in love with the power of infatuation. I was a money-minded go-getter who wielded the power to buy anything.
I was a mysterious figure with strange powers over nature.
I was a genius with great powers of knowledge.
Then, when I was 17, I got really sick. I was delirious for about 3 days.
I began to have visions, receive mysterious visitations, moments of the purest peace I had ever known, and of the most terrifying turmoil. I saw secret things in a code that I have never deciphered. Anyway, something must have got knocked into place by all that, because when I got better, I didn't worry as much anymore about acting special.
Because I learned something from all those delirious visions. I learned that it's futile to try to be or to become yourself. It's better to just be what you have to be. Dogs don't worry about it, and they seem pretty happy. So be like a dog. That's my position on it. Be like a dog.
On a silver tray, I found inscribed these, the last words. Everything was nice, and nothing hurt. And if they are to be my own last words, I hope that they will be true.